Hi, everybody.
Hey, everybody, welcome to TFT, Tarot for Today, Divine Dabblings with
Oberon.
me, Banshee. Welcome to the show.
And sorry about being a little late. Just couldn't be helped. Kind of not quite there yet.
I'm wearing my Trey Casual loungewear because it's so freaking cold in here. We're having Arctic wind chills during December. Go figure.
We canceled going outside at all today.
So these have hand warmers, and I'm going to use them. Anyway, welcome to the show. And I got to keep reminding myself it's December, not January, because it's crazy weather here. Anyway, really, I should be used to this. It's Michigan. You never know what we're going to get here.
Yep. And we're doing seasons, sir?
Yes, we certainly are. Season of the Witch Jewel Oracle.
Looks pretty on that cloth.
Well, yes, it does. Yeah, kind of a nice color match there. Oh, hi, Lena. We'll get you on the list in a few minutes. Oh, nice. Nice. Mr. O's adjusting light. So I will just tell you, we have the star in this deck. It's a star on top an evergreen tree, outdoors. It says, follow the stars, for they know best. Not too light, not too dark. A shimmer of what's coming next. Okay, the keywords are inner knowing, direction, and North Star. It's funny because I was just looking at something called the North, I don't know if it was North Star, but the Elemental North Tarot.
Yes. Which looks nice.
We all have an inner North Star guiding us to our destiny. Your inner star speaks to you through your emotions, both good and bad. Fear speaks up when you should take caution. Joy is present when you've stumbled upon something that aligns with your soul. Sadness is a call to heal, and inspiration is fertile ground for creativity. You cannot go wrong when you follow your inner star. It is the light that will guide you home. You have pulled the star in this reading to remind you to trust in your inner knowing. Your soul knows. It knows what you need, and it knows what to avoid. It knows when something doesn't feel right and when you're on the right path. Believe in your ability to understand what is right, even when you're unsure you're at your destination, when you're unsure of your destination. You already know what you need at this moment. Keep following your inner North Star, and you will find your way to your purpose.
And you sort of reminded me of that song by Missing Persons.
Oh, no.
Destination Unknown.
Well, but the inner star will guide you, Mr. O.
Exactly.
In a way, it's very much a high priestess sort of card, to trust your inner wisdom, to trust your inner knowing. Now, there are some times, I know that, did we have this week? I think we did, the high priestess reversed. A
couple days ago.
For the cards for the collective. And sometimes, when you just can't connect, you have to rely on your own logic, your own analytic ability, maybe to step outside yourself and get advice from others. But for the most part, trust your inner knowing. When something is really telling you something, you should listen. All right. That's what we have for the collective. I'll get Lena on the list, and we'll be ready to go with... I said Adele, it's Acel. Sorry, Acel, that's typo, or autocorrect here. Grr, I hate autocorrect.
You're welcome, Ari. Well, like a lot of Thursday nights, it is a little slower, so it's not a problem right now adding anybody to the list.
Yep.
We'll just see how it goes. So, Acel, you were first. If you're still here, you need to give us a question.
Did they leave one? I'm not sure. No, they did not.
No, they did not.
All right, we'll give Estelle a few minutes.
Well, I'll remind everybody that, of course, we are here on Sunday afternoons too, from 2 to 4 p.m.
Oh, and guess what? There is a Lions game at 4:30 on Sunday. So we may do a little overtime if we have to, but we're going to keep a tight ship on Sunday. It's an important game with the Buffalo Bills. I'm sure that a couple of our people here are fans of the Buffalo Bills, so it'll be an interesting game. All right. Well, Sal, last call. We might put you at the end of the list, but if you're not
And
here,
happy hour will be at 4 p.m. this week.
Major announcement. We announced it'd be at the usual time last week. It's going to be at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Mr. O has to work Saturday, so we will be doing it later in the day.
All right.
He's
Well,
working
Estelle,
Saturday
I think
morning.
we've given you as much time.
As I want to. So Jennifer.
So if you do return to this list, you will now be at the bottom of the list.
Yep.
No cuts. A word to the wise: if you think you have to stray, leave the question.
Yep. And there it did it again. It put in Adele when I wrote a cell.
It's spell checking on you.
It's very irritating.
So Jennifer was next, and Jennifer asked, what can I expect for January?
Okay.
So I'm going to use my English Magic Tarot for that.
Hi, Jennifer. Well, we've been having I'm trying to get together everything for Christmas cards and stuff that I send out, holiday Yule cards. It's been a battle. I wrote my 2 holiday poems this week. When the muse comes, I just got to stop everything and write it. And I wish I could have wrote them sooner, but I really didn't have the thoughts until they all popped into my head. And boy, I ended up writing like a huge poems all the way around.
It's too late.
So we already moved you, we called you, and we killed about 5-6 minutes. So we had to put you at the end of the list. You can leave your question and find it there later. Okay?
If you don't, and we call for you again, so
we're sorry.
You should know by now.
But we've moved on to Jennifer.
Hi, Jasmine.
Jasmine is here? Okay. Well, Jasmine will be at the end of the list now. You'll be before her, okay?
We can add you, Jasmine, of course. It's Jasmina.
Oh, Jasmina, that's right. Well, we'll see what my spell check does. It's been acting really bad today. My goodness. No,
right,
I don't want Jasmine. I want Jasmina. There.
Jennifer wants to know what's going on in January. What can I expect for January? All right. Is that going to be a regular reading?
Can I expect by
Three cards?
January? Is it a specific topic again? What did you
No,
say?
just what can I expect for January?
Yeah, let's just do 3 cards.
All
'Cause
right.
a couple
So
things
card
could come
1
up.
is 7 of Wands. You're welcome, everyone. And card 2 is 5 of Cups. Card 3 is the reversed Judgment.
How interesting. And we just had the 5 of Cups for the card for the
Yeah.
collective. And what's that last one again?
Judgment reversed.
reversed. January. Well, I don't know what you're expecting in January, or if you're expecting anything at all, Jennifer, but I feel there's something that might happen that will cause some disappointment, some possible sadness or grief. It could be the loss of a friendship, or something that was important to you, whether it was a project or a goal or something you had hoped to do. Maybe some event gets canceled that you were hoping to go on, or a trip. And it feels here like you kind of feel, well, I don't know. I don't usually look at judgment this way, but I'm kind of am. In this case, I think you feel kind of wronged here. You hadn't been treated properly, that people were overly maybe sensitive or critical of you, hypercritical. Sometimes people will do that just to cover up for their own, inadequacies. And I sense here, you're really going to be trying to stand your ground. You're standing up for yourself in this situation. That's what you're going to have to do. The Seven of Wands really shows somebody there who's kind of, holding their own, but they're under the gun. They're feeling the pressure. And so it does look like it's going to be a little bit of a tricky month for you.
Yeah, January has some trickery stuff going on here in a way. Not maybe trickery per se, but I feel like you're going to be disappointed or feel like you've been left behind or something's been removed from your presence. And maybe you felt like it's because, I don't think it happened and it puts you in this position, but I think, Jennifer, it says you tried to stand up for something, or you tried to argue for something or protect something, and this may have been a misjudgment, or this may have worked against you because maybe this thing really does need to be let go or not claimed by you. So it sort of feels like maybe you got involved, or you could get involved in the wrong argument or the wrong scenario with somebody, like maybe a misjudgment about who you're standing up or sticking up for. And that could be anybody from, kids around you, or an office coworker, or people anywhere. So I don't feel like it feels like it's super major happening, other than the fact that maybe you feel like you're on the outskirts with that friendship or that situation. And it's the Yule log.
Which is?
The tree.
No. What number is it?
It's the coffin.
Yeah.
Sorry. And the fox.
Are you having issues on a job by chance?
Yeah,
or
like problems with a coworker.
Trying to get a job? Yeah, it could be problems with the coworker. I'm not going to say that, but it could be the job itself. That you're worried about losing it. Something is going to come to an end so far as employment goes. Now, maybe it means that if you're being harassed by somebody there, or a situation is going on, that will come to an end. But, this could also be a job loss.
She says no.
Okay. All right. This could also be a job loss. Or the other thing I could say is that if there's some underhanded, sneaky behavior going on here that's involved in all of this, because the fox can be about that, it's going to come to an end. Maybe because you're standing up against it, whether it's gossip or some other kind of unfairness that's going on here that's causing this grief, you're going to be able to possibly put an end to it. I think that would be the best way to read that, as far as what I've said already goes.
So we may not have asked that question clearly, because this may be more about something that could happen in January, like you're saying, no, not at this time, or not at this time.
Right, but
this
she
means
asked
it's a
about
situation
January.
that may develop in January.
Yeah, so I don't know. It could be, like I said, if it's in your personal life, then the fox might, the fox could be a head of an organization, but also the fox could just be someone who maybe is being a little sneaky or dishonest or deceptive. Fox has that, is a neutral card overall, but it depends on what cards it's paired with. And with some of the cards I'm seeing here, I would have to maybe say that this could be just somebody who's got some ill will for some reason, and they're causing you some headaches. It could be family, it could be friends, it could be in the workplace, it could be the workplace itself. Because, there's always sneaky things that go on there, as I well know. And I'm not just talking about between employees, what management does.
It may prove to be somebody who's newer maybe, and who is really not really a good person to know, but I don't think that they're like, trying to rob or steal from you, but they're just sort of like a selfish person is what I kind of get.
So the thing is, it might be best to, whatever's going on here, is just to walk away from it and move on. You don't need it. You know, with the Five of Cups, there's always 2 cups remaining, Jennifer. And so what it means to me is this loss is not a really big loss to you. And I think you touched upon that. Because there's, you know, you don't need it. You don't need it. And so it's something you'll be able to kind of finally, you know, distance yourself from.
And it's like you say, not everyone likes our light, apparently.
Yeah.
All right.
Good luck with that. And we are on. Wow, Aries, the Aries is up there on the list. Hi, Aries.
Hi, Ari. And Ari had changed her question. You're welcome, Jennifer.
And look, Kara, I remembered to add you to the list.
That's awesome, Banshee.
I know, I try.
How would things be if you dated a country boy? Why not?
Oh my gosh.
Your deck.
Well, oh, yeah. We're losing one of our long time, been there about 30 years, anchors on our local news station. And he's a country singer. He's a really good guy. And I will miss him as a journalism major in school. I know the good ones, and he was one of the good ones.
Well, I'm thinking of Ari's question. I'm thinking like, oh, that was like a long time ago. We were like coming up with our own idea for a fun tarot deck. And I said, let's have a country and western tarot.
Yeah.
And, you know, things like, you know, the Wheel of Fortune would be the rodeo because it's round. Or
the pentagrams, the coins would be spurs.
Yeah. And back at that time, Dolly Parton was doing duets with, what's his name? Kenny
Rogers.
Kenny Rogers, both country stars. So the lovers would be the duet with, you know.
Ah. Oh, why am I doing that?
Indeed.
For some reason.
I looked at you with a glare. So, should Ari go out with a country boy?
Well, let's see. Wow. Well, the first card you get is Ride 'em Cowboy. No, it's the Knight of Wands. There's a woman on that card, but...
Well, it's a brave, brave person there, that's for sure.
And then we got
Mandy. How's it going?
Oh, Mandy, good to see you.
Good to see you.
We got the moon upright.
The moon is upright.
Oh my gosh. Well, why not the Aries?
Uh-oh. Gee, Ari, what do you think?
It's the lovers.
So let's look at the Lenormand. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, Bar.
And you know what, Ari? what do you got? The key? Put it out there.
The key.
And there must be something. Oh, the polar bear.
The polar bear.
Well,
the strong
Ari, I just want to point out to you that this is a pretty darn positive reading, isn't it?
It is.
And they're all upright, and they're all positive cards upright. You could see in that last reading, that Five of Cups was there. That is not a good card upright. But these are all good. So what can I say? I think the Knight of Wands is saying, go for it. Knight of Wands might be just the kind of character you will meet. Maybe you will meet another fiery fire sign of some sort, right?
Well, in this context, the Knight of Wands almost sounds like the chemistry between you two, because it's not necessarily them coming towards you, it's you maybe coming towards them. And so maybe this is saying there's a lot of charisma in the idea of you dating a country person.
Two major arcana, not only that, they both obviously can be related to love and romance in a way. The moon, for sure, in the tarot can have that. I think here, but there's a little more to that. I think here that you should give it a shot and not rule it out. I'm not saying you should go and just seek cowboys out now, but for sure you could find this very engaging. You could find this very exhilarating. The experience will be wild, I think.
That song makes me gag, Kara.
Uh-oh.
And I'm not going to try to sing it,
Oh, the Kid
therefore.
Rock. Ooh.
The moon in context here sort of says like there's something maybe to be discovered, and that might be, this idea of a real strong connection.
Well, and moving on to the moon and the lovers, let's just say, I think here what the moon is saying is that you guys might connect on a deeper level than you might have even imagined.
Oh my goodness.
Right? It's more of a psychic, a more connecting kind of thing. Like me and Mr. O, we always had these things in our early days where we would know when each other was about to call each other. We would
The one where I came
take
across
words out of each
the one where I
other's.
came across campus.
That one was
You
too
wanna tell it?
crazy.
Some other time.
There's some other time for that story. We've told that story before. But the thing is, it's a very deep connection. And with the lovers here, it looks like you could have a good romance with one. That would be fun for maybe more than one date.
It seems to me like the key would be being your natural self, your natural strong self. We know you, Ari, to be a pretty strong-willed and direct personality. And I'm thinking this is saying country boys might be attracted to that. They might like somebody who seems to know their mind and understand their own power.
Well, I would just say you'll feel very empowered by this relationship. It will just make you feel like you. Well, I don't know how I want to say this. You feel secure. You feel confident. This person will bring out some really good qualities in you potentially.
You know
what?
what?
Relationship there.
We're legal priests, so if you're going to get hitched, you could hire us for the weddings. Wouldn't that be fun?
Yes. Anyway.
Alrighty, and our friend Melinda, Mandy, has joined us. So, hey,
Yep, I
good
forgot
to see
to
you.
add Mandy, but I'll do that now. I got to update the list. Libra Cusp is up next.
And Libra left us a question too. I'm pretty sure. Let's see.
That was a nice reading, I'd say, Ari.
What's coming towards you? All right. I'm going to use the Universal Monsters Tarot deck. It's a fabulous deck.
Why, we could do a Fool's Journey wedding
Right,
ceremony
we could do a
for you.
tarot-themed wedding. I want to do that.
Yes.
We should market one. We could have variations of
Well,
it.
yeah, we could have variations. We have a source for a service like that, or a part of a service like that, but we could certainly come up with our own.
And yeah, we are legal in most areas where otherwise noted. So, obviously if you want us to come to California, there might be some expenses involved. But
Yeah. All right, well.
we have performed probably about 12 or 13 weddings over the years. And a couple of them were really top notch where we made it into an actual performance of sorts.
All right.
But I could go on.
Yes, I think you could.
All right, so
Anyway.
Libra wants to know what's coming towards them.
Just a regular reading. Well, do mine.
Mm-hmm.
I like focusing it.
What's coming towards Libra?
I think January being a ways off, I'd rather keep it more open. But that seemed to tie into a cohesive reading anyway. I never know which way the cards are going to go.
Okay, so card one, what's coming towards you? Oh dear, it's the reversed Hierophant.
Okay.
What is coming towards you is maybe a bit of an out-of-the-box kind of energy going on, sort of like either thinking out of the box or sort of feeling like you have to break a few eggs, break a few rules to kind of, move along. So this sort of has a freeform and random energy. It may be caused by a particular thing that says you're going to have to be quick on your feet to respond to things and move.
Well, yes, that sounds good. But also, I think what's coming towards you is maybe an opportunity to do some new, radically different things. Maybe you can now, for some reason, you're freed up, you have the time, or maybe you have the opportunity to do some things you've never done before. Maybe it's just social, a social thing like going to a type of restaurant you've never ate at before, or experiencing a different cuisine, going to different events you maybe otherwise would not have gone to, a play or a movie, something like that too. It's something different and out of the norm. And it's always good to shake things up once in a while. I can't also rule out the fact that this could be something spiritual, maybe exploring a new spiritual path of some sort. So why is that important?
10 of Pentacles reversed. It's called the 10 of Crips here, but it's the 10 of Pentacles.
Well, I think it's important because, at least with what I've been saying, you've been working, maybe too hard. Sometimes this card reverse can talk about somebody who is too obsessed with work. And when I say that, Libra, it's not necessarily just on the job. You're just overextending yourself. And maybe you need a break from that. Maybe you need to do something different and to shake things up a little bit because, it might be wearing you down.
You know what? I'm going to have to change my mind on this. The Crips are not Pentacles. They are Cups.
Oh, okay.
So I'll let you go first if you want. Do you
Well,
want
I'm
to
glad you keep the cheap sheet nearby. I'm doing that for my
It's
pasta
nearby,
deck.
but I realized it when I looked and saw that there are also
So
castles.
it's a 10 of Cups reverse?
Yeah.
Okay.
Castles are Pentacles.
So let me rephrase this. And I don't think it's going to be, I think why it's important to do something different is because you feel unfulfilled right now. Maybe you've gone through a lot recently and, you have made some major changes in your life that, for the most part, will probably make things better for you, Libra, but they've taken a toll. And so it's time to just maybe do something a little bit different for a change. Shake things up in your world. And whether it even is, doing something on a more spiritual level, maybe you've gotten out of that for a while because, you've been so busy with mundane matters.
I just wanted to look again to make sure, and I am correct, of course.
All right. Well, keep that handy.
But so the reason why this may be kind of random response to things is important is because, to some degree, you're looking to maybe patch up some things that don't feel connected right now. That maybe the overall tension will develop that feels like there's a lack of connectivity between people, either in your family or in your social circle. And so it's important to consider that, especially at this time of the holidays, that you sort of pull people together and have them more or less on the same page.
Where are things headed?
And now it's the Queen of Pentacles, the reverse Queen of Castles. So it's the reverse Queen of Pentacles.
Well, no pain, no gain. I feel here that maybe, you might be a little bit short of money. You might also be, it might tie into what I've said here, where things are headed for you right now is where you feel kind of overextended and worn out. Maybe there's been a number of people who have been, kind of, I don't want to say it this way. You know what I want to say, don't you? Well, people that are kind of leeching your energy right now. They're needy. They need you too much. They want you there to be there for their problems or get your support, and you need it for yourself right now.
Yeah, see, I was going to say this card makes me feel like you could feel stifled. And of course, that sort of is a version of what you're saying, that you're being stifled by other people who are needy or impressing upon you their needs or wants. So I also feel that the Queen of Pentacles reverse could be saying where this leads to is you realizing that you have to do a little bit of your own work, especially in terms of shoring up yourself, your own confidence or your own emotional set. You may realize that some of this sounds like it's a little rough, but you can do that.
So let me start at the beginning again. We had that little bit of confusion in there before I get to the Lenormand, because I don't know what's going on here. You may have to make some, shifts and changes in how you're doing things just to make yourself feel better. Do something different, maybe just for fun or for spiritual exploration. Something that you would find uplifting right now, This would be the thing to do. And because where things are headed right now is you're just feeling really drained. The holidays can do that to us too, especially, if you've got the, family that has also got expectations of what they want you to do during the holidays and all of that. So.
All right. That's the tree, right?
That's the ring.
Oh, it's the ring. I'm sorry. Oh. Well.
Because what would the tree be in a Christmas deck, I wonder?
The Christmas tree.
Right.
Yes, honey. Jump up there and be disruptive.
Okay. Well, what's this about, Libra? There's a connection with a man here or a person that could get closer during the holidays. Or I wonder if this is part of the pressure upon you. Is somebody trying to make you make a commitment of some sort, and maybe you're feeling, that pressure? Or are you thinking maybe it's time for a change and make this commitment? What do you think when you're seeing this?
I'm not sure, because that Ten of Cups reverse makes it feel like you have doubts on whether it really pulls you into the ring of happiness. And the first card, the Hierophant reversed, is saying maybe you'd rather approach this more randomly. So if it feels like that's what the underscore is that somebody is maybe wanting you to make that commitment or sort of is talking about it, where it leads to, I think, is you trying to carve out your own time or say you need more time.
I know.
And I can see that from the Queen of Pentacles.
It's a real interesting reading. I don't know. It's a mixed bag of cards here.
We might be going down the wrong road even. We don't know for sure.
Unless this commitment is for something else.
That's
some work
true.
or a job possibly. Somebody is going to give you an offer.
Hi, Claudia.
So, hey, Claudia, big game this weekend. Big game over here. I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be right after our live show. Woohoo! Hope you're doing well, Claudia.
All right, so that was that.
That's
Good
all
luck,
we
Libra.
have for you, Libra. I know it's a little bit... I don't know what to say about it, but I do think you might resonate to some of
Oh,
that.
I'm so sorry to hear that. I'm so sorry.
Oh.
Very much sorry for you. I'm sure that's really rough.
Yeah.
Poor little thing. Aw.
Well, I'm sorry.
Not fun
Only
at this time of year.
6. Wow.
I know, she wasn't very old. I remember you were talking about her before. Poor thing. I'm so sorry for you.
Hi, Garima. We'll get you on the list. You're not too late today.
Hi.
All right.
You're welcome.
Yeah, I love my pets, but it's such a... I mean, we all know, what happens someday, but 6 years is so young. I'm so sorry you had to go through that.
No, that's fine. I appreciate you doing that. It's always nice to see you and hear you two
okay, Claudia.
kind of have the fun over the sports.
Well...
If you're around later when your turn comes up, you can still ask for a reading. All right, so let's move on then, and we are on Tanya now.
Yep. Hi, Tanya.
And I think Tanya left us a question too.
And it's my deck.
What are the current energies of V for you? For me.
For Tanya. Okay.
Hey.
V for me.
And as we go into it, just going to mention that our happy hour is at 4 p.m. this week. Come and get a free 1-card positive uplifting message starting at 4 p.m. Don't forget to watch my show, The Emotional Exchanges, tomorrow morning. I have a new feature I'm doing at the end of all the readings called Who's Going to Get Lucky? And it's exactly what it sounds like. I figured out a way to give us a shot at that and see if the tarot can predict which of the zodiac signs will get lucky.
So it's what does V think of me, right?
Right.
Well, we have the High Priestess reversed. We have the Queen of... Uh-oh.
Don't know? Uh-oh, indeed.
And I may not know either, because I don't have the booklet here.
The current energies of V for me. Do you want me to look at it?
Yeah, you
Well,
got
it's
it.
probably the Pentacles.
Really?
But secondarily, I would call
Let's
it the
put it out
Wands.
for the moment. I'm going to look in a minute. And the moon is reversed. And why don't you shuffle and put the Lenormand out? I want to see some of the other
Alrighty
cards
then.
in here. There's a... Okay, the King of
I know the feeling.
The King of Branches is Wands. The saucers are cups. The mushrooms are pentacles. So the
these-
dandelions are swords.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. Who knew?
Who knew?
So what do you got then? Here's what I got. The fox has returned and the key.
Really?
Oh, they were maybe in a different order if they came out together before.
Well, they didn't come out together before.
What are V's current energies?
So with the High Priestess reversed, I think that they're a little confused right now internally. And so they're relying on what they see and their mind to determine how they feel, think, and what they're next going to do. They aren't thinking very deeply right now or intuitively. They just seem to have a lot of internal confusion going on. So really, it's almost like they're looking at things at face value. Sometimes when people see the High Priestess reversed, they think of people who are superficial. But what that means to me in this case is it's somebody who is just looking at the surface of things and not going in deep.
My overall feeling from the texture of the cards is that they seem to have a bit on their mind right now, and it may relate to things that are important for them to work on or to decide to do or to move themselves towards. And the High Priestess reverse could also be saying that they don't have time for more imaginative things or things that are more of a spirit. They're sort of being practical. The Queen of Swords is a serious personality wanting to maybe decide something. And the moon reverse maybe says there's this need to figure out something.
Right. I think they're trying to figure things out. So maybe if this is about their feelings towards you or what their next moves might be towards you, is to find out more about you. I don't know how long you've known them or how much more there needs to be discovered here, but it's almost as if that's sort of what's going on here. And I think the key here is that they're really trying to be analytical about this. You know, the fox is crafty and strategic. And so I don't know if they're maybe waiting for the right time to do something, or looking at things to determine what it is their next move is going to be. But they're very analytical right now. And that can be a good thing so long as they're really going in a little deeper. If they're only looking at what they see and not really looking at, more than that, what's under the surface of things, then they might not be seeing the whole picture they need to see.
When you did have contact, because you mentioned you're not currently, is it possible that they came to feel for some reason that maybe you weren't being totally honest or deceptive in some way, like maybe you were, omitting information, or you weren't as forthcoming with V, and maybe they thought there was a question about that. So some of this other stuff sort of falls into place, the idea that maybe they just needed to figure things out about you, relating to the idea that they weren't sure if they could trust you because they were the kind of person that maybe needed to know more about you or more about where you're coming from.
Well, it may be that they are just thinking about things. If they're not contacting you, you do come into their mind, okay? I will say that. But it's really uncertain where this is all leading. It's like they feel that there was more information they needed to find out or uncover. And
it has a feel that maybe you are in their thoughts, but they just haven't really moved it from point A to point B yet, if you want to use that analogy.
Or if they even will.
There's an idea of what you're saying that maybe they find you intriguing on some level, but they just haven't, moved it along yet.
Yeah.
That's what I think is going on.
So, a door may remain open here, but, it's really hard to say right now where this thinking is going to lead them.
The moon is always changing. It's about cycles. So a lot of times when it appears in a spread, I think it means that sometimes within a moon cycle, something could change one way or the other. If it's been a lot longer than that since you've actually had contact, then it's still hard to say maybe.
So that's what we have for you. Good luck with that.
All right, Tanya, good luck. And Mary the Aries is up.
Yep. And there's the list. All right.
What does Spirit want to tell you? All right. I'm going to do it. I'm going to break out my brand new Incubus Tarot, a gift from the Banshee. And of course, Incubus is considered a sort of physical, sexual, possible type of spirit or demon.
Are they naughty cards?
They're only a little naughty. They're not
dark.
really. They're not really very
dark.
naughty. I like the imagery of them. I just did an unboxing video, but it's not coming out until tomorrow around 2:30 p.m. So you can check that out. If you get notifications, you'll get a reminder. And I expect to be using this deck in Goth Tarot or other places too.
Sonny got his claws clipped at the vet, so I can now wrestle with him again without getting destroyed. Ha ha. Yes, Sonny.
It shuffles very nicely. It's not too long for the fingers. It's by Los Scarabeo. And the writer is Charles Harrington, who has also written the text for the tarot cards The Murder of Crows, which I have and love, and a very recent Tarot of the Vampires. I think those are all Los Scarabeos, which is an offshoot of Llewellyn, if you're wondering.
I'm going to want to do an unboxing.
Mary the Aries.
Once I get my Christmas cards and Yule cards done, perhaps.
What does Spirit want to tell you? Am I doing your reading?
I
think so, right?
Yeah.
And card the first is the Six of Cups, upright. Mm-hmm. So Spirit may want to tell you that things from your past are important right now. Things may have a resonance from family or friends or people you've known before. It's possible that you may see them because, of course, it is the holiday, so sometimes people get together for the holidays, even people that maybe you haven't been around for a long time.
There may be somebody from the past returning. I like that. And it is the holiday season, so whether it's family, friends, or you may just hear from someone, or maybe reconnect with somebody that will bring up happy memories of the past. So I know, you've talked about having some difficulties right now with people, so I think that this will be good for you.
And it is what Spirit wants to tell you. So why is it important then? It's the Tower.
Okay.
And the Tower is upright.
I have a slightly different read on this here. Just slightly, now that I see that card.
Yeah.
And I would just say, Mary, that maybe what this is saying is that during times that like this of possible crisis that the Tower is bringing up, it's good to try to remember the good things that occurred. Because, not everything in life is good, and some of the twists and turns we may have taken with people may have led into a different direction. But the bottom line is there were good times, and it's often good to kind of remember that, especially when you're dealing with, okay, why is this important? Because it looks as though something is coming down, something is falling apart, and it needs to. It needs to either be let go completely or, a fresh start needs to happen. The pieces need to be picked up from this fallen tower. Lessons need to be learned, and people need to rebuild something stronger or something new.
Here's another idea too. This could be saying a little bit of what she said, but maybe it's just saying you are coming back to a situation where the lessons you had previously learned, or hopefully had learned, will be important for you to remember now and implement now. That maybe what the situation from the past was had a lesson for you to learn, or had a goal or level to move up to going through that. And now it's time for you to remember what that was, because maybe it is, like Banshee says, a situation that has a reverberation that could, affect things, and you need to remember or apply a lesson to it.
So where are things headed?
Where are things headed?
Wow.
I like it.
It's a nice card. Yeah.
Smash, Mary. Smash. It's the Seven of Wands
Where things
upright.
are headed is...
Sorry, I got a little excited there.
Where things are headed is to stand up for yourself. Stand up for yourself in this situation. Apparently, whatever's happened here has affected you in some way, and you really feel that now is the time to set up firmer boundaries, stronger boundaries, so that everybody will understand, their place in the situation, their role in the situation. And it's an interesting card at the end, especially for the Lenormand, but I'm going to let Mr. O touch on that first.
Seven of Wands?
Yeah.
Well, I think a lot of that is what you said, that whatever the situation is, what Spirit wanted you to know is that maybe you might have to do this again, that maybe this is something that comes back. Maybe it's because of the holiday season. Sometimes we revisit things, the ghosts of Christmas past, so to speak. But ultimately, you are a stronger person now. That's really the message of the Seven of Wands, that what you learned from whatever fell down or what will fall down will be able to empower you to address the situations. It's not necessarily a drag-out fight, but it's somewhere you have to keep a cool head and kind of stay in charge of things. And sometimes the more that you just show you're in control, the more likely people will respect that. So, the Lenormand. Okay, definitely could get a feel, that's the home, that this is connected to, your family or your past in some way. Ouch.
The snake.
Sharper than a serpent's tooth.
So, you may have felt there was some sort of betrayal involved in all of this that affected your security in some way. Somebody's sneaky behavior that has affected your security in some way. Or, as Mr. O suggested, that this sneaky behavior is coming from, the home. And it's caused a crisis. It's caused this crisis right here. I think, again, sometimes the way we lay these cards out, this pyramid of cards right here seems to be very important to me.
Wow, the home definitely resonates to the Tower.
Yeah. I mean, in that there must have been something that broke down in a family situation, a crisis that involves a family member of some sort, and it's kind of, something is really kind of fallen because of this, whether it's the relationship with this person or whether it's something else. Now is a time of rebuilding and trying to find where to go from here after this situation. And I think it's where you have to find your power and stand up for yourself and be firm about the boundaries. What kind of behavior and things you will accept and what you won't. And wow.
The idea that maybe this was something from more of your past, or at least somewhat in the past, kind of gives me the idea that it's something that maybe is important around this time of year, and maybe it connects to some other, situations that bring you back to this idea. Who can you trust? How did you get yourself out of these things before? And what gave you the courage or the strength to just really stand up for yourself?
Well, I don't know. I do feel here this card seems to be an outlier, considering this looks like a family crisis or problem here. But what it might be saying is that, it's hard to understand how this could occur, since once upon a time, everything was so much better. Everything was so good. And there are good, fond memories. And so it makes it even that much harder, maybe, for you to have to draw some lines here. But I think you have to draw some lines in the sand. And that's it.
Good luck, Mary.
Wow. Good luck with that, Mary. Okay, Kara's posted her question. Thank you for that.
Thanks. And Lena gave us a question. I think she wanted a spirit reading or something like that.
Yes, please hit the like button. Thank you for that, Kara. Appreciate it.
Finances reading for the next 2 months.
For Lena. Okay, I've got my Yuletide Tarot here. I'm going to be using this deck for the cards for the collective for the next 2 weeks, starting with next Sunday's card. We're finishing up Mr. O's Tarot of the Ages deck.
Yes.
This week. Yeah, you could post your question. That would be fine. Thank you for posting too, Estelle. Appreciate it.
Go right ahead. All
right, so Lena.
Currently, you're the last person on the list unless more show up, so you may not have to navigate far if you have to come back.
So Lena wanted what again for 2 months?
Finance reading?
Got it. That's what I thought, actually, if I wanted to make sure. Welcome back, Sonny. It's the Page of Good Cheer, which is the Page of Cups upright. Yes, why don't you just knock over my cards with your tail? That would be wonderful. And it's also the Ace of Good Cheer. Dive deep into that punch bowl. The Ace of Cups upright. It's all cup cards, Lena, which is usually about love and romance, but it can be about fulfillment, and we can certainly read these in a financial sense. It's the Three of Good Cheer as well, the Three of Cups upright.
Thanks, Kara, and thank you everybody for leaving your questions. That was nice. That'll definitely help us.
All
Thanks,
right.
Jasmina. All right.
Well, Lena, number one,
I'm talking to her in the chat.
Jasmina.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I know. I said, well, Lena, I'm going on with the reading now.
Okay.
Well, Lena, I think the Page of Cups here is about good news coming financially. There might be some really good financial news coming your way that could bring a fresh start for you in some way. Is this a promotion? Is this a raise in pay? Do you find another job opportunity or something? Because this looks awfully promising. The Ace of Cups is about happy beginnings. So, and a beginning that you can be really passionate about. So I feel here this is all leading into a progression here in a way. Good news is coming. You jump on it. You start a new beginning that's going to bring you great joy and happiness, and you have a reason to celebrate. So I think that financially, things will be starting to get on the upswing. But it's got to be through some effort on your part. It's almost as if some new opportunity is going to come your way. You might get news about this, and you need to follow up on it.
And there's the crossroads. The North Pole is the crossroads. So somehow you come across an opportunity that you hadn't had before, that you hadn't realized, that can shift you in a different direction. This could be within the same company or situation you are, but somehow will open up an opportunity to possibly increase or better finances. The other card is, of course, yourself, the Snow Lady.
So basically, you're going to be at a crossroads deciding what your next move is going to be. But this looks also good. I don't know why you would want to pass it up. So he took it as an opportunity, and yes, that could be. But I think here it's decision time. You know, what are you going to do? Are you going to let this pass you by, or are you going to accept the joy and happiness that this could bring?
Is the new direction because you took an opportunity?
Yeah.
I agree. Very good.
I like it.
Good luck, Lena.
Good luck with that, Lena. Boy, did that look positive.
That's really
Nice
positive
reading.
for you. All right, and we are on
A cell.
a cell. That's right, because
Who just posted the question.
Right. Tehan. All right, and I shall use my Royal deck, the Mike Royal Dark Tarot.
All right. Okay, Jasmina, we'll see what we can find out for you with that. When your turn comes, that sounds good. All right.
Perfect. Don't forget to watch on Sunday mornings Banshee's Material Matters. Get the keys to financial success in education, etc. We're live in the chat room for, I can't remember the mantra,
Business,
for the pre-recorded
education,
show.
and finance.
And finance. Check it out.
Show me the money.
All right. What kind of person is Tehan? So I'm just going to throw 3 cards.
You sure are.
All right, so the first one is the Page of Wands. So maybe they're young. They're maybe ambitious in certain ways. Next card is the reversed Lovers. And the next card is the 9 of Wands. And all of them are, no wait, this is reversed. So those two are upright. 9 of Wands.
Knight of Wands?
9.
9. Got it. This looked like a person there, so, but I get it. I know.
And that's a Page of Wands.
And the middle?
No, on the end. In the middle is the Lovers reversed, as I mentioned.
Well.
So what is Tehan? Tehan possibly has some anxieties. That's the 9 of Wands. No, I'm sorry. Sorry, wrong card. Maybe I should just start over and let you start.
It's the Nine of Wands, right?
Right.
You were thinking
Right.
Nine of Swords.
Swords, yes.
It's all right. Well, I would just say here, looking at the Page of Wands, they're youthful. They move quickly, and so they're kind of all very self-assured, I think, in some ways, and they just feel like they just move forward without giving it much thought, just moving. They like to get things done. They like to move quick. Well, with the Lovers reversed, right? With the Lovers reversed, that may not always work out for them. It apparently, to me, it looks like they may have had a lot of hit and misses in trying to have relationships. It may be that they have gone from one person to another rather quickly. I would say that's possible here. Or they've made some bad choices in the romantic department. And is that upright?
It's upright.
It is upright.
You can't tell.
And I feel here that I'll let you go. I want to think about that one.
They're really kind of personable. They have a sense of being personable, and they want to talk. There's sort of a glibness about them. But maybe that means that, their talk isn't necessarily always serious. It might be trying to advance themselves as a person.
A fast talker?
A fast talker? That could work. So the thing is that even though they're personable, they may end up getting into some situations where there's vice over virtue. They might choose the wrong people to be involved with because somebody says, oh, this one's pretty, and, tries to get by on them. So they may be a little naive too, maybe, I'm wondering, just because they're personable and they're used to people liking them. The Nine of Wands, though, sort of indicates that they're not to be counted out, that when they realize they need to stand up for something, they can be there. So they can be dependable in a certain way. They're just likely to be a little naive and maybe be drawn to their worst sides on occasion.
I don't know why. The Nine of Wands is usually about preparing for battle or being prepared for something. And I don't know, I'm feeling something else off of this card right now that I have to say. And I feel like, to me, they're the kind of person who likes a challenge. They like to be tested. They like to be, and they're usually ready for that. They like a challenge in life. And when the challenge isn't there, or it's not enough for them, maybe that's why they make these bad choices, and move on. Or maybe that's why they make the bad choices, because they're trying to reform somebody. Oh, this person's a challenge. I can help them out.
They're an adrenaline junkie.
Could be.
They like thrills.
It could be. And when I get this combination...
Fox.
Oh, hi, Russ. I knew I'd see you before the Bills-Lions game. And the humbug.
Snake. Snake and fox.
I'm afraid we have to be rivals right now, Russ.
So the snake and fox almost throws it into another area in a way.
It does. It does. So, well, maybe not. Maybe not. Because I think here, what this is saying is, you got to kind of watch this person a little bit. They're not always as charming as they'd like to be seen. They are possibly a little bit deceptive and sneaky. And I feel here it's because, they want excitement in their life. They want this challenge, this adrenaline, like he said. And so they may not be always on the up and up.
It plays to the idea of there's a certain level of naivety about them. Like maybe they just haven't learned yet to be more mature and not, step on other people's feelings in a way. So that's what they're like, Estelle. Thanks for joining us.
I couldn't resist that, Russ. I'm sorry. Sorry, not sorry.
You're welcome.
What I heard, and hey, the Bills quarterback is top notch. As a matter of fact, he's really winning in the battle over Jared Goff for sure for, MVP this year. So they say this matchup is going to be a real battle of the quarterbacks. And both teams are vying for that number 1 seed. And so it's going to be an exciting game. And it's right after our live show Sunday. Woohoo! I'll be able to watch it.
Hey, Jasmina. And Jasmina's question is,
Hi, Jasmina.
Would like to know what's coming towards them in 2025.
Okay. Oh, I thought I posted the list. What happened to that? Oh, there it is. I did. Okay. What's 2025 is a long time.
Well, we can throw a few cards that will give you the general contours.
I think people are planning for it to be a high-scoring game, Russ, on both counts. That the offenses are going to run wild. We'll see. There's been some healing on the Lions' defense, so that might help them a little bit. I can't wait to do my prediction. I'm excited about this one. All right. Well, we have Temperance upright. That's a great start. Wow.
This is the Golden Girls Tarot.
Speaking of golden, we got the Ace of Pentacles upright.
Jasmina, these cards are pretty good.
Easy come, easy go. And we got the Ace of Swords reversed.
Whoops.
Well,
you want to see these.
Okay, I do. Oh, my goodness.
The Sun, called the
More
Fireplace.
gold.
And that one, is that?
That is the lilies.
The
number
lilies,
30.
okay. I thought it was clover.
The higher number is the lilies when you see flowers.
Right. So the lilies and the sun. Your cards look pretty good. I mean, overall, 2025 looks to be a year of balance, growth in certain ways. Maybe you don't win them all. Maybe there's a delay with a certain plan. But it seems like if you let it grow or evolve, it will be successful. That's the sun. And lilies is evolvement or growth.
There's some really nice cards here, I have to say, Jasmina. I feel with the Temperance, I think emotionally this is going to be a real not rocky year for you. A lot of balance and harmony in your life. You're going to feel like things are, there's not a lot of stress, or you're being able to manage it appropriately. You find ways to relieve stress and pressure in your life, either through meditation or prayer or, exercise. There's just ways that we can alleviate the pressures of life. And this just sounds really, really balanced and harmonious, the energies for the year ahead. And with the Ace of Pentacles here, it could be the start of something growthful for you. Whether it's a new relationship in your life, if that's what you're looking for, a new job or a career, or if you're taking up a course of study, it's a great new beginning that could be happening for you this year. It could bring financial rewards. It's very awesome. Or it could be the start of something growthful, whether it's a family or it's a relationship. And finally, we can't expect everything to go perfect in a year now, can we? And so I think the Ace of Swords is just saying here that something during the year that you might spend some time and energy on, and it doesn't have to be this year, it could be something else. It just may not, you may just feel hollow after it's all done. It's like, wow, I was expecting great things from this, and this is all there is, So it won't wind up being everything you thought it would. But you know what? it's a learning experience. It's just a learning experience for you. I don't see anything bad here. And as a matter of fact, like he's already pointed out to some extent, with the poinsettia or the lilies here, this is indicating real growth and success for you in this year ahead, and happiness. The sun is one of the best cards, well, maybe next to the clover in the Lenormand.
And I think with the Ace of Swords reversed, sometimes it could just be saying, like, not everything can be 100%, and that there may be a thing or two that you will be disappointed about, but it doesn't mean, nothing in there doesn't mean that you won't be able to address it at a later point of view.
Well, it is almost too good to be true. The year is long, and,
Yeah.
this is just a real snapshot here.
Right.
But what I would say to you is that there may be parts of your life that are just going to be that smooth, I think, for example, you can expect this year that you will be able to keep things in perspective, maintain a harmonious balance for yourself. I think that's going to be a thing throughout the year. This may be something that comes up and is a change for you, maybe in your financial or in your romantic sector, so in one area of your life. This, I'm not sure where it's from. It could be anything. It could be personal goals and projects that just don't get off the ground or don't pay off the way you hoped they would.
It has the sense of being something you are planning for,
Yeah.
and maybe that planning is going on now prior to 2025, or it's something you're planning to do in that year.
So all in all, the cards just want to say that there is growth for you this year, and success is yours. There will be some breakthroughs, and there will be some definite progress being made in your life. So don't expect it's all going to be a cakewalk, but certainly this is a good sign of some good stuff in 2025 coming your way. So good luck with that.
All right.
And we are on Kara. Yay, Kara.
Kara.
She did post a question.
Many welcomes to you. Hope to see you again.
Yep. You're very welcome. All right, and okay. There it is. What is coming towards me that I need to know? All right. Your deck.
Yeah, and I did bring the Tarot of the Northern Channels, but let's try something different for you, Kara.
Uh-oh.
I want to go out a little bit on a limb
Uh-oh.
and use Todd Alcott's
I love
Horror
that deck.
Tarot.
I really like that
I like
deck.
this deck a lot because it's sort of pulpy in a way. It reminds me of like posters and books and movies and things.
It makes me want to bring out my Pulp Fiction deck again. Well, I'll tell you, these Lions, they're going to really be pumped for this game. But, the Bills lost the last game, so I think they're going to be wanting this win. So both teams are really going in this with attitude.
What is coming towards me that I need to know? And that's your reading.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
How'd this get mixed up? Are there any others like that?
It's the Ace of Swords. And it's upright.
Oh. In this deck, it's upright. Cool.
What is coming towards you that you need to know?
Well, you need to know something. No. I think, wow.
It's like a big challenge or big undertaking that is going to come to you, and
A quest, Kara.
you'll need to have, strength and fortitude and maybe a sense of direction. You'll need to be really clear about how you want to approach that, maybe this undertaking.
What's coming towards you is something that could lead you onto a path of victory. And I get the feeling here, we haven't said what it is. Maybe the cards will reflect that, or the Lenormand. But whatever it is, it may come to you as an epiphany. You may just get this great idea.
Right.
Or
Swords.
something, you'll see something and you'll be like, that's what I need to do. You know, you'll get a sign or you'll see it and you'll be like, yeah, it'll just click a light bulb off in your head.
Why is it important?
Why is this important? The Hermit reversed?
The Hermit reversed.
Wow.
Because maybe you need to come out of a certain sense of isolation or hibernation, or not really putting challenges for yourself. Maybe you need to have challenges rather than hide from them or not be aware of them. I'm not saying you're hiding from them, but maybe you're not aware of them because you're not really doing that inner work yet, and you need to do that to see what this challenge is about.
Well, I like what he said in a way. You do need to come out of your shell, so to speak, or your cave, you know, or if you're a turtle, pull yourself out of that shell. And, you know, you need to engage more. You need to, whatever this is, will probably have you engaging with more people. That's what I get the feeling when I see the Hermit reversed.
Okay, yeah.
And also
That's
just
right,
getting
I like
you
that.
back out into the mundane world. Not into spiritual la-la land, you know, up here, but out in mundane world. Maybe it's about spirituality, but it's bringing it down to earth. You're not going in a cave seeking higher wisdom or just, you know, isolating yourself, as he said. This is engaging with others in a spiritual, maybe, way.
Looks like you're headed for the swamp. It's death reversed.
So are you going to not do it? So maybe you're just going to, you know, let it go, this opportunity. Death reversed is stagnation and an unwillingness to change. So if you're unwilling to pull yourself out of the cave and engage with others in, you know, in a bigger way, you might miss this opportunity, is what I'm feeling here from looking at these three cards. Wow. The birds.
The bird is the word.
So look what it's saying. Your power, your strength comes from engaging with others right now.
I like that.
So maybe try not to fall into a funk. Try to figure it out. Try to find either some group or people that you can engage with, that you feel comfortable engaging with, or activities that they take you to, and not allow yourself to just stagnate, because this is a time for engagement. It would open up some doors or bring a victory to you to do so, and would certainly be a self-empowering experience.
I suppose there's a possibility that you might have to feel this a little bit before you can realize exactly how much it doesn't flatter you in a way, and that's that gist of finding the strength and getting back out there, communicating, getting out of the cave, so to speak, and engaging with the challenge that is here for you, because that challenge really will set you better. You just have to believe that.
Well, you know, and if this is also about social media stuff, you know, social media is so fragmented right now. People on Blue Sky, people on Threads, people on Twitter, and it's really hard to get a handle of where people belong anymore, you know? So you can find a group or a list or something to get on that will engage you more with like-minded people. Maybe that's the way to go. But also in a physical sense, this is also you engaging more. This season, it's hard because of the weather and because of other things that go on. That's why a lot of times maybe we rely more on social media, you know, for our contact with the world, because who wants to go out in sub-zero Arctic weather like we've been having here? Not me. So,
Oh, hell no.
so good luck with that. Thankfully, a warming spell is coming, I hear, at least for us. Hopefully, it'll affect you guys too at some point.
All right, Kara.
Brr.
Stay warm.
Anyway. All right, we're on Mandy. Hi, Mandy.
Hi, Mandy. Are you still here? Are we doing a reading for ya? You're welcome, Kara. Meantime, I'll remind everybody that we are on again Sunday afternoon from 2 to 4. There you are. To do a show pretty much like this where we will answer your questions.
Oh, it's okay, Mandy. Take your time as long as we know you're here.
Hey, yeah, that's fine.
We will answer them, but we will be ending close to on time.
Do you have a game to watch?
I do. Didn't I? Haven't I been talking about
Yeah,
that
but
with
why
Russ?
would I listen to you?
I said it was at 4:30, and I'm going to have to keep repeating
No,
it.
I'm talking about today.
Oh, today. No. There's the 49ers versus the Rams, I think, tonight, but I'm not sure about that.
All right.
And I'm not interested in that. That might just be on Amazon, too. I'm not sure. Anyway.
So, yeah, we are back with the same show. Also, just going to go through the shows again. Don't forget to watch Happy Hour at 4 p.m.
Well, wait a minute. Are we
My
going to have
emotional
something
exchanges
come
at
up
7
next?
a.m. Friday. What?
No, it's not going to come up next week, is it?
And there we are. Mandy, Melinda says, my job is going rough because of my health.
Yeah, well.
How will this unfold, and what message does Spirit have regarding that?
Okay. Health and job.
True deck.
This one. Well, I was going to say something, now I forgot. Can't remember. Oh, we're going to have a monthly modality message next week. Next Friday, a week from tomorrow, will be
yes.
when the sun is entering
Capricorn.
That really means I do have to get out my...
It says Thursday, but I don't think it's going to be Thursday. It'll probably be Friday.
Or maybe it's Sunday. It's the 21st
You're
or
welcome.
22nd. You're right, it's Saturday. So it'll be Saturday. And it will be good for the entire... until the sun enters Aquarius.
Aquarius. All right.
And surely there's bound to be an unhappy hour soon, isn't there? I would.
It's usually after the
Can't remember.
the sun change.
Gotta look at the
Yes, it
calendar.
usually is. Fourth quarter.
Okay, Mandy, this could be good, this could be bad. It's the devil reversed. It just depends on the rest of the cards, I think, here. Oh, yeah. The Ten of Swords upright. And the Two of Wands reversed.
Well, from the looks of it, you may be expecting the worst. Sometimes employers can't handle, certain situations with an employee.
I am concerned. The Devil reverse speaks of release and liberation. But then there's that Ten of Swords following it, and that really bothers me. So is it just they're gonna let you go? Or the other way I could look at this is possibly, it's possible, if the tenor of the cards was different, I would almost see this as maybe you be freeing yourself from a betrayal or backstab or something like that, that you liberate yourself from whatever these conditions are. And could this be speaking about your health too? It's possible here that maybe you're realizing your own body's betraying you, and you wish you could break free from what is happening, with your health right now. It feels like, you're, and it's, oftentimes we feel like we're betraying ourselves, but, it's really, we really have no control over this, Mandy. Don't feel this is your fault. This is not your fault. Go ahead before I go
I
to
feel
the
like
last.
that could be what it's saying, is that, you would be released from this position, and maybe it would feel harsh, maybe it would feel like, they did it with malice to some degree. On the other hand, I like what Banshee said here, that maybe you take the high road and release yourself, although it's not usually wise to do that if you don't already have
Yeah.
another job.
Well, maybe you find one. That
The
would
Two
be
of
it.
Wands doesn't exactly offer that idea. It maybe suggests more likely that you will need to find that thing that can shore you up. So there's an element of discertainty here about this.
We
I'm
can
gonna-
add you, Lola, because we're near the end of
Hi,
our
Lola.
list now, so we'll throw you on there.
So I'm going to throw the Lenormand here.
Yeah, do that, please. But can
All right.
I didn't say anything about the Two of Wands yet, I might
Okay.
add.
Do you
So
want
what
to?
I wanted to say about the Two of Wands in relation to what I was saying
you.
here is whether they let you go or you free yourself, there's a sense of a betrayal here, whether it's from those people you are working for or whether you yourself feel you're betraying yourself or your body. And it seems like that's a theme here. With the Two of
Wands.
Wands, I wanted to say you're really going to have to come up with a different strategy now. And maybe because of your health concerns, you have to figure out what it's going to allow you to be able to do going forward, or what you can do to ensure that your health is not going to be affecting your employment. Whether that's also maybe coming up with a strategy to seek legal advice if you feel you're being treated unfairly.
The mistletoe. And the stocking.
What number?
9.
Right, so it's the flowers.
The flowers?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Gifts, remember?
Gifts.
Yeah.
So gifts and the heart.
Well, I think here the good news is that, you can feel joy in following where your heart leads you on this. Following where your heart leads you on this will bring you joy. And I think what it's also saying is that, your heart wants you to find joy again in what you're doing. And if it's not coming from this place, you may have to look elsewhere. And I know that's not going to be easy because of your health situation. So it's going to be difficult to make plans. Go on.
If you have that opportunity you mentioned, then that's a possibility. Some sort of remote work. I'm not sure what possibly shows that here.
Well, other
But
than
it's a good idea,
you
maybe.
have to come up with another strategy, and I think that's where it fits in. Mandy, right. It might be remote work. You have to figure out what your body is going to allow you to do, and, talk to doctors, get advice too, and say, I need money. I need to work for a living. What is it I'm going to be able to physically, or how can you get me in a physical position that I can make a living, And so remote work could very well be what you need to think about. Whatever it is, though, like I said, let your heart lead you on this. Really, truly come up with things, seek out information, seek out advice, and go where your heart leads you. It wants joy back. It wants you to feel joyful again. So I wish you luck with that.
Good luck.
Yeah, I think brainstorm with doctors and other people. It's like we need to really make our healthcare providers understand what this impact is on our lives. I'm sure mine don't completely get it, and I think here, and insurers definitely don't. We know that. But the bottom line is that we need to tell them, hey, what is your advice here for me as far as work goes? When I'm dealing with this, I'm dealing with that, I'm letting down employers. Is there anything you can help me with this with? Or what kind of jobs or things do you recommend I can do? How many hours a week do you think I should work? Things like that. I think, yeah. And like I said, even to seek out legal counsel if you feel you are being unfairly treated because of your illness, see if there's any legal protection for you. I wish you luck with that.
All right. And we're on Garima now.
That's what I could come up with. You may even be able to come up with more if you stop and think about it, Mandy. Hey, you're very welcome. I'm glad you stopped in. All right.
I'm going to use the Deviant Moon for Garima's question.
And it is what again?
And that question is, what are Nicole's current feelings towards me? Really want to build a friendship, but not sure how that outcome will be.
Okay.
Don't want to throw her off if she's just being polite. All right, that's certainly a valid point.
Why is this coming up so much? Wow. Okay. Hey.
It's the upright Knight of Pentacles.
Oh, that's nice.
It's the reversed Ace of Cups.
That's not.
It's the upright Three of Pentacles.
Well, I think you got to just keep working at this one, Garima. I think you should pace yourself and take your time with Nicole. You're asking what they are thinking. Maybe that is what they are thinking. Maybe they think that they just need to see how this is going to unfold over time. I feel like they may think that you are a very stabilizing influence and that you're a very grounded person. I think they like what they see. I think that
Ace of Cups, reverse.
But I feel here that they may not be in a very stable place emotionally themselves right now for one reason or another. I don't know if they've just, ended a relationship or they've had some bad experiences in the past, and so they just may not be, ready yet. And the Three of Pentacles here indicates to me that this person might be interested in, taking the time that it takes to work through establishing a relationship here. I think that's a positive card. Is this somebody you know from work by chance?
Yes, she only sees her through work.
Ah, that's what I'm seeing here. They enjoy working with you. I think that's really what this is showing here.
Well,
so, go on.
Okay, so this was asked more about Nicole's feelings for you, and I agree with Banshee mostly, but I think that the Ace of Cups that she sees in you maybe suggests that maybe she thinks you're needy emotionally. That may be what she feels, or that she might feel that she's not ready to be more upfront about her emotions about you. But I agree with Banshee more or less that she really feels you're dependable, and or she wants to pace herself in getting to know you. And I like what Banshee said here, that she likes working with you. I think that's a really good way of seeing the Three of Pentacles,
I began
because
to realize
it represents
that.
a team.
Yeah, and I thought, you work with this person probably. Yeah, so, well, but here's something that came back again. It's that darn snake.
Oh, lovely little snake.
And the storybook.
And, of course, so that means that maybe you may find out more about this. And I don't know if that means, no?
This is about her, right? And her
Her
intentions?
feelings.
Well,
Her
so what I was
feelings.
thinking, but no, I mean, you might be right. I do that too. I kind of go that way. But I think what I saw here is that maybe this person is concerned and worried they're getting the whole picture or story about you. So maybe that's why more time is needed for them to feel, comfortable with you and you not to jump to conclusions because maybe they want to get to know you more better. They're worried about being deceived. And remember, this Ace of Cups is reversed here. And I can't help but think if there's some kind of tie into that they're maybe, feeling vulnerable after bad relationships in the past. So they're being overly cautious. So if you really are enjoying talking to this person and being with this person, let this flow still. Let this keep growing. Maybe, if there's no pressure for a while, things will develop.
Well, asking if she's serious with her boyfriend is kind of another question that
Yeah.
we don't normally do, but it hit me that I should look at the bottom card, and I did. And it's the reversed Eight of Swords. And that suggests to me that maybe that relationship is changing, or that maybe she feels back and forth that she's either locked in that relationship or she is trying to see herself out of the relationship.
Well, whether she's able to leave the relationship or wants to or not, she may not be very happy there. Maybe that's what that Ace of Cups is about.
So,
And
okay. Well, I was talking about the Eight of Swords.
I understand that. And I said the both of them together.
Okay.
And then I went to talk about the Ace of Cups.
I see. That's
so,
it.
It's all right.
But
They fit.
this was supposed to be more about her feelings for her, Garima.
Right. And again, I could still see that connection because remember when I was talking about her feelings for Garima, I said that she's maybe had a bad relationship.
You did say that. That's true.
And that this could be why she's taking things slowly. And maybe she's not interested in a relationship and just enjoys talking and working with you. That's why I
Just
think
a work buddy.
That's
you
why
know.
I think you need to just take this, as it comes right now. And if she has a boyfriend, you really don't necessarily want to interfere with that, You need to kind of let that kind of go where that's going to go.
So we shall see.
Yeah. So good luck with that.
That was a good question. I hope you liked our answers.
Yeah, you might not want to, so right. So that's why I'd say I think she enjoys your camaraderie at work and keep it going.
It might have to develop more organically, any kind of friendship. I understand.
Well,
I feel that way about one of my coworkers.
Hey, I feel bad too, but the bottom line is
Oh, I see.
we have to accept the fact sometimes that you can't always get what you want. I see you're flirting, so okay. Who knows? Like I said, just keep an open mind about
can
this and let it kind of flow for now.
Alrighty.
All right.
So, Russ, do you have a question for us?
Are you here to just watch, or do you have a question, Russ?
We're feeling the energy to finish the show.
Well, we're going to be right on time pretty much, I think.
Hey, we will.
And you know what? I should post that the list is closed now because... There, okay, you just got a question. Right?
There's a question.
Okay, I'm going to read it in a minute.
I generally don't believe that. I sort of feel like more time happens in between a passing and a reincarnation. I take that more from my understanding of metaphysics in the Hindu realm, perhaps. But nobody really knows for sure. I mean, we have to say that, nobody really knows for sure, perhaps.
Huh.
Or they're not talking.
I never say never to any of that. I never say never. We just
That's
don't
true.
know. So I think it's a valid question for the cards. Her deceased husband incarnated into their grandson, Evan. Mike died 15 days before Evan was born. It's very interesting.
It is.
All right. Well, why not? My deck, I guess, right?
Oh, I'm sorry, Parlis, but we've closed the list.
Yeah, I just closed
We just
the
closed
list,
it just
Carlos.
now. You're welcome to watch, of course, or don't forget to check us out.
Carlos keeps missing us, I think, right? You keep showing up at the end. I don't understand. Do you not get notifications?
Yeah, that's happened before.
Well, it just happened Sunday. It's happened and Thursday before, so it keeps happening.
Okay, I guess I'm not keeping track.
You really got to
It's
get
a Leo
here.
thing. That's funny.
You really got to get here earlier, Parlis, and I apologize. It's a Leo thing. Okay, I'm an Aries, I know. It's an Aries thing too. I'm always getting there either right on time or at the last minute for my appointments.
Well, try Sunday. It's 2 to 4, but if you show up like at 10 minutes to 4, it's probably going to be
Carlos,
close.
there's a Lions game on Sunday after the show, so we won't be doing a lot of overtime. So you better get here early if you come on Sunday.
All right, you're going to do Russ's question?
Yes.
All right.
We may have to do yes, no on it, but I think I want to just throw 3 cards.
Go, Lions,
and
go.
See what I
Thank
get
you,
out
Carlos.
of that. Yeah, it's gonna. Their game's kicking off at 4:30 p.m. and I don't even know if it's a national game. It may not be. It should be. The Bills and the Lions. Come on. Oh well. All right.
I don't know if it's indoor or outdoor.
Oh, it's indoors. It's indoors. It's going to be exciting. And thank goodness it's not in Buffalo with all the snow and stuff you guys are getting there. Russ, holy moly.
That's right.
All right. Well, this is really interesting for a first card, Russ.
The Chariot. Upright.
But we have the Knight of Coins reversed. Ooh, and the Tower reversed. Seems kind of a downer for a reading like this. That's why I think we're going to want to do a yes-no, but let's go ahead.
My first one are stars. And then the child. Oh my God. So we asked about the
The
child.
Child of Destiny.
Child of Destiny.
Well, maybe... I want to look at the name again. Mike. Maybe Mike, you know, this tower, to me, reversed indicates that they just didn't... I don't know. Did they die suddenly? Was it a sudden death or was it an expected death, Russ? I'm having a feeling when I see the tower reversed here that they may not have saw it coming or were ready for this. Or maybe the fact that they felt they really wanted to be there when this child was born. So that's the key. What did I say? The Knight of Pentacles?
Mm-hmm.
The Knight of Pentacles. So I feel here that they felt really stuck and stymied by this. But the Chariot is a bizarre card to me because it almost seems like their soul moved very quickly. And so does it mean that it moved with purpose towards reincarnating into this grandchild? I can't rule it out here.
Well, I feel that the Knight of Coins modifies the Chariot in saying that it didn't move quickly. And I'm wondering if it's saying really it's not Mike, because this is just my own understanding of metaphysics, that the soul that descends into a child does so earlier in the 9th month, in the beginning of the 9th month, not like 2 weeks before. But I don't know, you know, like we said, you know, everybody has different opinions about this kind of esoteric thing.
I can't rule it out. I honestly can't. I think that there's this child may be destined for something here. And if nothing else, I feel like I do feel that Mike really felt that this really pulled him away.
Was that spell check or the nickname? Mole.
Wanted to hold out
Mike.
for Evan's birth. Okay. Yeah, and he didn't make it, and it was just devastating. And so I feel they felt really stymied and stuck by this. And so, did they try
Let's
to
do a
move
yes
into
or no.
this body? I think it's highly possible.
Let's do a yes or no, though.
I am. And I'm going to do the regular yes-no for this.
Alrighty. Go. I get it.
Yeah.
Well, to everyone out there, in some metaphysics, people believe that a soul dies and it really takes possibly years to integrate the teachings and learnings of that life it left before it's ready for the new one. That's sort of in the theosophy and Hindu realms of thought, that souls need to incorporate the lessons of their life and then think about the life they want to have, because they choose in between the incarnation they want. That's if you believe metaphysics that way.
Well, if you believe the Hindu metaphysics that way. And
It's
I'm
also
not sure
theosophy. You
in
don't
a
even know enough
philosophy.
about it to offer
I
an
have heard
informed.
this, but I have my own feelings about this.
It's not informed.
And, you know, some people are reincarnated and incarnate more than others, and I feel more rapidly than others. I feel every soul is unique. There's no one necessary philosophy that will work on this. I just don't believe that. I don't.
I don't think you've studied it enough.
Wow.
I have.
Well, me and Mr. O are going to have quite the discussion later this evening. But, you know, I feel that it's okay to believe that sort of thing. I just feel more open-minded about it.
Well, it sounds like a screenplay for a movie, you know.
Does it?
Yeah. A romantic movie.
Ah.
Oh, he was born again in his grandson's body.
So?
Yes. Thank you, Parlis. All right, thank you. Oh, you erased it.
Well, it's leaning towards no. Mr. O will be happy to see.
I'm not happy about it. I just sort of feel it's what I believe.
It's the Page of Coins reversed. We have one ace. Now, it's not a definite no. The Ace
It's
of
not a
Swords
definite
is there.
no.
And we also have the Five of Wands.
And of course, if they're genetically related, of course they might have some of the same traits or quirks.
Well, the only thing I could say about this combination of cards is that it's possible Mike felt conflicted about doing that. That there's some conflict that raged within his own spirit about whether he wanted to incarnate in this soul. And maybe that's why it's leaning towards no. So we got a little bit of ambiguity going on here. It's not really totally clear from the cards, you know, if I combine both readings together. I can't rule it out, but I can say that this one is definitely leaning towards no. This Page of Coins here reversed may refer to what Mr. O was talking about here, that there needs to be more time to absorb some lessons. It's possible here that maybe Mike instead is going to be more of a guiding influence in this child's life, and since he could not be there for the birth, he could be a guardian ally, I think, to this child.
Anything is possible. I also think too that maybe as time goes by, you could consider going to somebody who does actual
Past life
regression work or spirit work that's more specific and see what they feel about it.
Yeah. The cards are a little ambiguous with this one, but I really feel here that maybe ultimately Mike's taking a little longer to come back according to this reading. He gave it thought. Most definitely. And some souls, they really like to hang around and see how the family develops and to be there to do what they can to support the child, the grandchild's growth and development, and to look after those that they've left behind. So it could be this kind of scenario too. I'm very open with ghosts and spirits and where that's concerned. I have a real open mind, and I just don't, because also we really don't know what happens. So I'm open.
All right. So
and
thanks for
that's
that.
what we have for you per the cards, Russ. Thanks for the good questions. I love these kind of questions.
So Lola, we're on you. You're our last reading, and I think you have a question for us. There it is.
What happened?
Okay, so the next actions or intentions of Joey. He's a Cancer and you're a Leo. That's going to be my deck. Let's see. I'm going to use the Global Fusion. Intuitive Tarot. Let's see if we can
No
get...
contact, single, and he's a Leo. Okay, so you don't have contact with this person right now, but you're just wondering if something could develop. Okay. Or did you have a relationship with Joey in the past? Yay! Go Bills! Go Lions! We're ready for you. I don't know if we're ready for you. You guys are formidable. The Bills are definitely the team to watch. Who knows? Maybe they'll both end up in the Super Bowl together.
In the past you did, but currently no communication.
Okay, all right.
Thank you for that. Alrighty. The first card is the Ten of Cups reversed.
Yeah. Okay.
The next card is the Page of Cups reversed.
Goodness.
They're all reversed. The next one is the Knight of Cups reversed. That's pretty unusual. I got them all in a row.
And they're all reversed, and they're all emotional cup
Right.
cards. So, wow. Well, whether this is about you or something else in their lives, because I would assume you wanted to know if there was any movement towards you, and I would say at this point in time, it doesn't look to be so. There's a lot of negativity here.
There was some.
As if maybe, this person, Joey, thinks this was a permanent break or split, like it's over kind of thing. That Ten of Cups is like that. There's a lot of unhappiness here. And with the...
That's the Page and that's the Knight.
Okay, the Pages and the Knights, they just feel that there's nothing to be gained by starting over at this time. And that's the Knight of Cups too. You said Knight, not 9, right?
Well, you know what? It's KN. I'm like, is that King?
That's the Knight, I think.
Okay, I guess I want to know
Pretty sure it is.
what a King is.
I think it's KG.
K. Just K.
Oh, it's just K. Okay.
All right, good. So I was
So-
right. It is the Knight of Cups.
So, and it looks as though they're not willing to move this forward. The Knight of Cups reversed shows no romantic activity or thought going on here. Now, if this was more general about what their current intentions and movements are, it could be that they're experiencing a time of really great unhappiness right now in their lives. But if this is based on what's going on between you and them, I feel it's not looking very good. It's not
Well,
looking...
in a sense, when they asked intention, it was maybe in relationship to them.
Yeah.
But I'm looking at that pretty much the same way as you. Is I feel it's very possible that their feelings are that they were unhappy, perhaps with you, or that they are certainly unhappy in a way now that may be reflective of what the past was, or the fact that they are not with you. But it doesn't seem to show there is an intention of moving towards you in any way. It may be that there's some other relationship they're dealing with. Maybe they are still struggling in another relationship. It's not very clear.
Yeah, it's really interesting. Let's see what we...
Crossroads. And the Ring. So I wonder if it's possible that they are in another relationship with someone and they are thinking about whether they do want to commit to it. You know, I almost get the picture that maybe this is a person who fudges when it comes to making commitments. Like maybe they get cold feet and they decide they don't really want to be married. Or maybe this is talking about what the problem was between Joey and you before, that when it came to time to really decide about the commitment, they wanted to make a different choice.
Well, or they just wanted to keep their options open, their choices open.
Bye, Parlis. Thank you.
Take care, Parlis. So they're going to be in Pasadena for the Super Bowl. I didn't realize that. Cool. That's awesome. But I feel here that there's some question here. Like, for example, they think that this commitment with you, they've moved past it, I feel. And I also feel here that maybe, like Mr. O said, that makes a lot of sense to me with some of these cards, that they have problems making romantic commitments. And so maybe they're at another point in their life where they're trying to get out of something. I also had a thought here, too, that it's possible that once they stopped communicating with you, they got involved with somebody else. They rebounded right away into another relationship. And you know, when you do that, sometimes
they don't stand
that goes
the test.
badly. That goes pretty badly because they weren't emotionally ready for something else. And so it could be that too. I can't rule that out here. But what I would say for now is there's really no movement of a romantic sort between you and Joey going forward right now.
Well, you're welcome to ask again if you think anything's changed.
So, sorry to give you the bad news. I wish you success, and hey, always keep a door open, Lola, but don't wait a lifetime on this. Move on. Try to move on. You never know what the future will hold. Maybe they will come back, but don't hold your breath on that.
It resonates. Thank you.
Good luck.
So we're sorry we can't always give everybody what they want to hear.
We had some good readings
we do feel we give you the truth that we feel is there, and so we appreciate it. We appreciate you very much. We appreciate you very much and hope to see you again.
And that's our show.
That wraps up our show.
Just about right on time. And good thing, too, because I am behind with writing my cards for tomorrow.
I know. So we got to let you go, folks.
Yeah, let you all go.
We will see you again on Sunday from 2 to 4.
But we will also, if you want to come to our happy hour, we do not take...
Thank you, you too.
We do not take questions at that show. But we do give you a positive message for your week ahead. That's going to be at 4 p.m. on Saturday, Eastern Standard Time. So come join us for that, or come back to our live show on Sunday. All right?
Bye, Kara.
Take care. Bye, Kara. Bye, Lola. Bye, Russ. Bye, Parlis. Bye, everybody who's here today. Thanks for some great readings. Have a great week ahead, and we hope to see you soon.
Bye-bye.